Hi guys, my name's Tracy. You're welcome to this intuitive guidance space. I'm an intuitive card reader and I've been doing card readings for some time now. And I thought I'd use my spare time to share my intuitive guidance in these YouTube streets. This is my gift and I was born with it. This is not something that's learned or practiced to earn money. It's not a business for me, it's a purpose. If you wish to stay and listen more, you'll receive the necessary advice. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is a generic reading. So if you want a personal reading, don't hesitate to reach out via email on the description below. So as you can see from the title, this particular theme is to do with finding the light at the end of the tunnel. And I was specifically doing this episode for the Cancer sign, Sun, Moon and Rising, okay? So this particular reading, as I've said, is for those of you that are really struggling and not able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. The people that are feeling defeated. I'm going to find out for you what the advice is for you to reach the end of the tunnel with peace, because we all want peace in our lives, and we know as water signs this is something that we really struggle with, and I want to be able to provide you with the necessary guidance not to give up, because we already know this life is a gauntlet. We already know this life is hard. Why make it harder for ourselves mentally, right? It will be better to find out the cheat codes. I understand how that feels, being a water element myself. So I want to read for my water element brother and sisters, all right? Like, I completely understand where you're coming from. So please bear with me as I sift through the messages in order to deliver the appropriate things for you. To let you know, as I mentioned, I'm a card reader. So these messages, I'm not a medium, all right? I work purely through my intuition, but of course with the guidance of the cards that are laid out in front of me, and I deliver these messages to you so that you can take what makes sense for you and leave out what doesn't, okay? Whatever doesn't resonate, do not feel forced for it to make any sense to you, okay? Excuse me. So the main things that I'd like for you to understand at this time, Cancer, is the fact that, like a typical water sign, you are flowing with that intuition, right? And you've got that abundant emotion that just flows from within you, okay? And it's never going to stop, because I think that's the journey of every water sign. You intuitively know what it is that you need to do for yourself. Just like a water sign, you have that beautiful compassion that just flows from you. So the message that I've received for you is that you have to stay open to allowing your emotions to shine through what you do at all times. Do not block yourself from feeling any type of way. If you feel inclined to tell somebody how you feel, do not be afraid to express it. Okay? It's not just the happy version of yourself that you need to reveal to people. Feel free to express every emotion. It will get you so far. People completely understand where you're coming from. And even if they do not, so long as you are within your truth, that is the main thing for you to focus on. That's the main thing for you to be aware of. You mustn't focus too much on what other people are thinking of you. Allow your emotions to just shine through, whether that's tears, whether that's happiness, whether you feel as though it's not an appropriate time for you to feel a certain emotion. I want you to understand the importance of just being you. Okay? Understand what that is. Understand what that means. In the reading, I also received the wheel, okay? And this wheel really speaks to that willingness that you have to be able to actually tap in to the compassion that you have within yourself. There's opportunities there that are literally getting ready for you to seek them out. The important thing to do is to just have faith in your current journey and appreciate it for what it is. I know it's not easy. and I know it's not fun. I understand that it can be so daunting to go through this life and not know what's lying around the corner. I can relate to you on that level, though I'm not a Cancer sign. I understand what it feels like to be walking and not understanding the next road that you might turn on and the dangers that may lie ahead if there are any there, you know. You mustn't be afraid at this time. You have to be reminded that the wheel of life is constantly changing, and that's why I love the wheel card, because it really proves that the way life is, the only real constant thing that you have to be aware of is change. Nothing stays the same forever. So just bask in that awareness with the understanding that what you seek is on the way to you. As this reading's for those who are feeling as though they're currently struggling, this is really to advise those of you who are feeling so down at the moment, right? I want you to rest assured that things will soon be making a turn for the better in your life soon. You need to have faith in that. You may be up at night praying or manifesting, whatever method you use to bring your desired reality to you. It is coming. It is coming for you. It is coming towards you. You just need to believe in it wholeheartedly. You need to. Some of you are dealing with conflict and you're feeling a level of regret. For some of you are actually talking out of turn and you've said things that you cannot take back to those around you. And if you feel like it's actually you that was on the winning side of these conflicts or one single conflict, I know that this doesn't have you feeling too good and you may be feeling a little bit isolated right now. But the main thing that you need to understand, Cancer, is that there's battles that we have to fight and there's battles that we have to just leave alone. And you have to make that decision for yourself. You need to pick these battles so wisely, because it will have an impact on you if you're not careful. You know, and I want to make you aware that conflict tends to happen when you're not connecting with your intuition enough, because you have to remember that once you improve on your intuition, you're able to receive the direct messages, like the information just flows through to you in the best way possible for you to actually understand the level of action that you need to take, whether it even makes sense to feed people the energy that they want from you, or whether it's a better idea to just maybe save that energy for another time. You know, and the reason why this is important is because your intuition is literally the way that your spiritual guides speak through you. This is the way that they empower you. Intuition is not solely isolated for the purpose of people being able to give intuitive guidance like I'm giving to you right now, or for psychic mediums. It's purely for you to protect yourself. Okay? It's to protect yourself, to ensure that the spaces that you're entering in, you will not encounter a level of danger that you yourself are not able to save yourself from. You need to be able to understand that what is that voice letting me know that I shouldn't step in a certain place? What is that voice telling me I shouldn't take that offer? What is that voice that doesn't want me to go on this date with this cute guy or cute girl? What is that? You know, you need to pay attention to those signals, and there's a number of ways that you can strengthen your intuition. I promise I will make videos on that because I think it's very important. Okay. Also, on top of that, in particular for this reading, you need to understand that you strengthening your intuition will allow you to actually, as I've mentioned, not only just feel more protected, but it will elevate you to places that you didn't even think were possible for yourself. Okay? You will reach a position that will make you enviable among others, especially those that feel as though they want to take your position. I've known people who have literally helped others be elevated, Like, I knew somebody who brought someone into their company to help this person who was jobless. This person didn't have any work. This person, they were receiving government support. So this person that wanted to actually help their friend into the position that, well, not their position, but this person wanted to help their friend become a colleague of theirs, and they brought them into the company only for that friend that was actually not doing so good to eventually turn on this good Samaritan that I know. And that's because the person was envious. This person was jealous. And it's not to say that just because these people are jealous that you have anything to do with it, or that you need to help solve their problems, because that's definitely something beyond repair. What you need to do is ensure that you're protected from such energies, such people that actually care to harm you. You know, these are very key things that you need to be aware of. I know that you may not even be focused on that particular stage of your life right now. Some of you may feel as though you're far from even being able to elevate others or feel elevated yourself. You may feel like you're not there yet, but you need to re-energize yourself and remind yourself how wonderful life will be when you get the thing that you've wanted for so long. Okay? You need to be aware that the energy that you put out is exactly what you receive in turn. So don't focus so hard on the stagnation. I know it's not easy to be down and think so positively, but the energy that you put out, as I've said, it is what you get back. So please keep that in mind. And the beautiful thing is, Cancer, you have a gift to be able to use your discernment in the best way. I want you to continue to use your intellect and unbiased judgment and balance that with remaining flexible and open to receiving input from people around you. You may feel as though you don't necessarily want to hear what some people have to say about your situation. You may feel as though at this particular time you know what's best for you. And of course you have every right. But understand the importance of balance. That is the main thing. And for some of you, the main thing that you're being advised to do at this moment in time is to prioritize things, as you're too overly committed. You need to reprioritize and get organized. Don't be scared to turn down opportunities that are no longer in alignment with your goals. Prioritize. I cannot stress that enough. Prioritize. Understand what's important for you and understand what is a waste of time. Understand what can be done later. Understand what doesn't serve you. Understand what you need to put ahead of everything else. Because if you don't do so, you're going to end up burning out. You can't be saying yes to everything or continuing on with other things that take you away from things that mean a lot more to you. That could be your family. That could be your own passion project. I've had to learn that the hard way, but I won't bore you with my stories for now. I just want you to understand the main message. And the worst thing is, it may even frustrate you more because you're not able to slow down. And we don't want that. Try your best to take your time out to rest. Prioritize yourself. Nothing will pass you by if you slow down. It's all a part of your journey. That's the main thing. You can't chase so many things at once. But a key takeaway that I want you to take from this reading is the fact that you need to stop playing small. Growth and expansion is always available to you. In this particular case, it is. It's there for you, okay? Enjoy the growth that you're currently going through and reap the rewards of all the hard work that you've been putting in all these years, okay? You are going to get what you want. Cancer, please understand your power. At this moment in time, you need to listen to your intuition, okay? As I mentioned, this is the way that your spirit guides speak to you. Take some time out to meditate. Take some time out to actually tap in to who you really are. There's crystals that can help you do that, okay? Please ensure you do that for yourself. That is the best way for you to actually recalibrate and be at peace with yourself. Okay? Thank you for taking the time to listen. That is your Cancer reading. Stay blessed and protected.